This is Red Carpet Fly's News on the Fly, bringing you daily, unique, and interesting entertainment, celebrity, and luxury news. Before we get started, you know what to do. Like, follow, and subscribe to Red Carpet Fly, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single News on the Fly episode. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a good weekend. So, let me just apologize. I know I've been gone for a while. I believe it's been about 2 weeks. Well, I have a good reason. I was sick. As some of you know, for those who've been listening for a while now, I told you that I suffer from an energy issue. For some reason, it's very hard for me to maintain my energy level. Well, I had some blood work done recently, and it turns out that I suffer from anemia, particularly severe iron deficiency anemia. I don't eat red meat or enough iron and protein-rich foods, and when that happens, it can greatly affect your energy level and knock you on your ass, and that's exactly what happened to me. I guess I had been going so long with so little, it just hit, and my energy tank hit rock bottom. As you guys know, I do a lot of other things in the Red Carpet Fly, so I spread myself thin sometimes. A colleague of mine thought I had COVID because I was so exhausted. No amount of sleep could cure the lethargy and fatigue I was feeling. So to make a long story short, I now am on a vitamin regimen of iron and B12, so hopefully I can keep and maintain my energy level. So again, I apologize to you guys. So much has happened in 2 weeks, so let's get into these headlines. So congratulations to Jordan Peele and the entire cast of Nope. Nope opened in theaters this past weekend and is knocking it out of the park in the box office. It is being reported by the AV Club that Nope easily won the top spot at the box office this weekend, pulling in $44 million in its debut, and Thor: Love and Thunder came in second place. I haven't seen the movie yet, but it's on the list. Don't anybody tell me what happens. I have been avoiding YouTube movie reviews because I don't want it to taint my impression of the movie. Comment below if you've seen the movie, and comment if you think it's a movie that's a must-see. Talking about Nope, Nope star Keke Palmer is responding to Zendaya comparisons and colorism commentary. According to an article on TMZ, people in the Twittersphere have been comparing the careers of Keke Palmer and Zendaya, saying that colorism in Hollywood may be the reason behind Zendaya's mainstream recognizability and success compared to Keke Palmer. The girls are pretty much the same age, come from a Disney background, but it seems Zendaya's name and face is the one that people know most in 2022. This whole discussion started from a tweet from @NBA Gladiator stating, "I'd like to see someone do a deep dive on the similarities and differences between Keke Palmer and Zendaya's career. This may be one of the clearest examples of how colorism plays out in Hollywood. They are both child stars, but their mainstream popularity is different." First of all, this is news to me that Keke Palmer wasn't mainstream. She has always been mainstream to me since her movie Aquila and the Bee. This is just so crazy to me. Both of these girls were literally doing nothing, but got dragged into this virtual debate. People are stating that Nope is a breakout role for Keke Palmer, but what is she breaking out of? This girl has been a bona fide Hollywood actress for a long time. I think people are just waking up to her and her talents. TMZ reports that Keke Palmer doesn't want to play the comparison game or act like she's a victim of colorism, responding to all the chatter about her career juxtaposed to Zendaya's and showing pride in her own accolades. I've met Keke, and yes, I call her Keke because we go way back. But seriously, I have met Keke Palmer, and she's nothing but positivity and energy. Woo, that girl has energy. I need to be on what she's on. I feel like this is a crazy comparison because these two girls are in a league of their own. I don't think Zendaya has responded, and I don't think she should. And I wish Keke didn't respond either because it's really not needed. Both girls are successful and get in the bag in their own right. Twitter loves to have these philosophical and groundless debates. Moving on, the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer was released during San Diego's Comic-Con, and it's being called a tribute to King T'Challa, aka Chadwick Boseman. The trailer features a version of No Woman No Cry, performed by Tems, and then feeds into snippets of Kendrick Lamar's We Gon' Be Alright. The composition feels haunting and inspiring all at once as we see familiar faces come into view. Denai Guerrera, Lupita Nyong'o, Martin Freeman, Angela Bassett, and Winston Duke will all be reprising their roles, as well as Letitia Wright, whose character, Shuri, is named as a potential successor to her brother, T'Challa, reports TheRoot.com. Have you guys seen this trailer? It's available on YouTube and it's really touching. I felt my little heartstrings being tugged while watching it. Wakanda Forever won't hit theaters until November 11th, 2022, but I'm already excited to see it. In the trailer, we're introduced to a new tribe. My first thought was that this tribe was Atlantean because it seems like they live in the sea, but it might be a Mayan tribe or maybe a possible tribe from Samoa or the Pacific Islands. At any rate, it looks like it's going to be a good movie. So you guys mark your calendars for November 11th. Switching gears a little bit, have you guys heard French Montana's latest interview about record labels taking out life insurance policies on their artists? So I first heard about record labels taking out insurance policies on their artists from YouTuber Matty Balls, and he had this wild theory that basically stated that record labels sign problematic artists to their record labels knowing good and well that they're gang affiliated because in their contracts are insurance policies. So if an artist dies, the record label can recoup any losses from the insurance policy being paid out to the record label and still make money by releasing any unreleased music by the artist or create a posthumous album. It's a crazy theory and there's a lot more to it, and I'm just kind of giving you a brief summary of his theory. Check out Matty Ball's YouTube channel for the entire theory. It was a very well done video and it really makes you think. Anywho, in an interview with DJ Academics on his Off the Record podcast, French Montana stated that labels are preying on making millions off rappers' death as they are now taking out insurance policies on their artists, exactly what Matty Balls was kind of alluding to in his YouTube video. In a hotnewhiphop.com article, French Montana says that the record labels have begun taking out insurance policies on their artists following the disturbing number of rappers that have been slain in recent years. While record labels are being realistic, especially since a lot of rappers have ended up dead in recent years, it's really weird and a really morbid reality that a record label could make money and profit off of human life. And it's totally plausible seeing a record label sign someone that might have issues with a rival gang or something if you just look at the numbers, right? The artist makes a few hits, does a few tours, and if he's problematic, it's okay because a rival gang will knock him off, and then the record label can continue making money from the deceased artist. In fact, it's probably easier that way because now the record label has full financial and creative control of the artist's music. I've been told the music industry is a really grimy one, but this feels like a new low. I feel like if the record label is going to take out an insurance policy on their artist, they should have at least some obligation to pay for the artist's funeral, hospital bills, or give some portion to the families. It just seems wrong for them to have so much financial control. I don't know, is it me? Am I the only one that feels this way? Comment below and let me know your thoughts about record labels taking out insurance policies on their artists and if you think it's the right thing to do. Talking about music, have you guys heard or seen Latto's new song, Ussy, which rhymes with wussy? It's all about women's rights to their own bodies, which I think is great. I saw the video and heard the song, and I like both. I heard she was inspired by the Supreme Court's reversal of Roe v. Wade. Some people have criticized her because they think she's exploiting a moment and capitalizing on human rights issue to promote her work, which I believe is totally untrue. Latto has retorted to these criticisms by stating, "I took my frustrations to the booth like a rapper and using my platform to spread awareness." According to Complex, a portion of the proceeds from the track are going directly to Planned Parenthood. Latto further stated in a statement on Twitter, "Y'all complain about female rap lacking substance, but then they say I'm capitalizing when I speak on ish. Help me understand." I totally agree with her. You can't have it both ways. Like, people complain that female rappers just talk about their sexuality, trapping dudes, get in the bag, etc. And now that you have a rapper talking about current events, y'all still mad. I tell you, you can't please critics, and that's why you should never try. Have you guys heard or seen this video or song? You guys should check it out and let me know in the comments what you think. Lastly, a black market caviar ring was busted outside of San Francisco. According to the Rob Report, recently the California Department of Fish and Wildlife busted a black market caviar ring near San Francisco, arresting 8 people associated with the scheme so far, according to the East Bay Times. Authorities believe that some had been illegally fishing sturgeon in the Carquinez Strait and the Sacramento River, while others bought roe and converted it into caviar, and then sold it to customers on the black market. I am proud of the dedicated wildlife officers who spent countless hours investigating this wildlife trafficking case to protect our native sturgeon population, which is already severely affected by the historic drought conditions, David Best, the Deputy Director of the CDFW and Chief of its Law Enforcement Division, said in a statement. "We take it seriously when poachers commercialize our wildlife, and we will continue to do everything we can to bring these individuals to justice." Since November 2020, California officials have been investigating what they say is one of the biggest black market caviar rings they've ever seen. After illegally fishing sturgeon, the suspects were able to make caviar from the fish's roe, which they called black gold. They then sold the caviar for about $150 a pound, much less than the $100 an ounce the same type can go for in restaurants. Caviar is considered one of the greatest delicacies in the world. So great, it seems that some people will go to pretty wild and illegal lengths to get their hands on the good stuff. You know, this reminds me of a Frasier episode where Frasier and Niles acquire an inside source to top quality caviar and become dealers to the rest of Seattle's elite. It's a really great and funny episode. The episode is called Road to Perdition, and I believe it's season 10, episode 18. Have any of you guys ever eaten caviar? I haven't, but it's really not my thing because I'm not really into seafood. I imagine it would be an acquired taste. I just thought this article was funny because it felt like kind of like life imitating art. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. If you would like to receive text notifications of when I post News on the Fly episodes or my celebrity red carpet interviews, please send a text to 917-502-4379 and say, I want to get fly text. Once subscribed, you will start receiving text messages regarding a News on the Fly episode or celebrity interviews. Also, if you have a business product, service, YouTube channel, or social media account that you would like me to promote on my channel, please email redcarpetfly@alexi@redcarpetfly.com to get rates for advertising. Lastly, please like, follow, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel, Red Carpet Fly, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Red Carpet Fly. And until tomorrow, always stay fly.